All right, guys, so now we're ready to start shading our value scale. Now the first one, we're gonna leave white, just the white of the paper. That's our lightest light color. We're gonna start with 2. We always start from the lighter side and go to the darker, and that is a correct technique for when you're shading your actual picture as well. Now to make this color very, very light as possible, you don't want to hold your pencil way near the tip because we tend to draw with really hard pressure when we do that. Let me show you on this one. We tend to go like this, right? But if I spread my fingers back, hold my fingers back further on the pencil, I can hold it at an angle and press very lightly without accidentally pushing too hard. When I hold it near the tip, we have this tendency where we want to press harder. So for box 2, we're going to very lightly, look how far back my hands are on the pencil, way far back. And this is how I'm going to control that I can color in this box very lightly. Try to stay inside the lines because that'll help you practice control for when we're shading our sphere later. If you get out of the lines, you can erase it too. That's all right if you get out of the lines a little bit. So there we go. So that's number 2. Now this is one way to color in or shade in our values, is just strokes in the same direction. You may, if you want, lightly rub it to smooth it out. What we don't want to do in shading, that some people who haven't learned the proper steps yet do, is they'll color really dark and then they just try to smear it out to make the shades. This doesn't create enough values to make it look realistic in 3D, and it's kind of messy. It can just smudge all over the place. So we never make shades or values by spreading like that. But the only thing that you can use your finger for is just to smooth out and make it more even within that one value. All right, we're gonna move on to the next value. It's going to be a little darker. There are 2 ways that you can make it darker. You can either press harder, or you can do a whole light layer and then do a second light layer. When you pile up the layers, it'll get darker. This time I'm going to show you another coloring technique. Instead of lines going up and down, we're going to do baby little circles. They're controlled circles. They're going to make a solid color, a solid shade, not scribble scrabble. And this is actually my favorite way of shading a sphere because the sphere is round. So sometimes it can be challenging to use straight lines to show all the shades on a sphere. All right, I'm slightly pressing harder so we can see that this is starting to get darker. You're gonna keep doing this. These are the light parts. 4 through 6 will be medium, and the last ones will be dark, dark. So the 9 will be as dark as you can go with your pencil.